Welcome to Comfort Havoc number 2. Um, we're starting the last two videos of the night. So, shit, I need to cut that back. We're starting the last two videos of the night. And the first video I want to talk about is a internet star that I am not trying to have problems with, but this very well may cause problems. I'm pretty sure she has no idea who I am. And I talked about this young lady before, and I'm going to talk about her again. You know, if you're watching my channel, then you all know that I am the furthest away from being a Trump supporter as you are to stumbling on Bigfoot tomorrow morning. Unless you live in the country, and if you stumble on Bigfoot, I think he owes me money. Anyway, that was a joke. He doesn't owe me money. And if he does, he can keep it. Anyway, the whole point of this video is there's a young internet star who's a Trump supporter, and she's black. And I don't hold her voting choices against her. I don't hold the fact that she's black against her. Skin tone, look at me. I'm black too. I'm also Cherokee Indian and white, but for all medicinal purpose, I watched a video of her. Well, actually, no. I watched a video of her before the death of George Floyd. And today, my top buzz popped up, and there was an article of her saying that George Floyd was not a good person. Now, before you judge what I'm about to say, let me point out the fact that, to me, I don't know George Floyd. Alright? I don't know if he was a good person. I don't know if he was a bad person. But what I do know, the fact of the matter is that this man was murdered by police officers who put their knee in his neck from the back. If you know me, I've explained that this is a martial art move that has been banned and not taught from martial artists in like maybe 15, 20 years. Me being in my 40s, I would know this. So, this young lady, she just slams this fella. She talks about how he wasn't a good person, this and that. I don't remember everything in the article because it kind of disgusts me for her to talk about the dead, and he's only been dead for like a freaking week, So she's Candice Owens, and then she's like digging into this dude, man. She's like, well, he wasn't a good person, this, that, and I guess the fact that he was killed means nothing to her at all. And I'm like, the fact that she supports Trump is not a reason for me to make this video or dislike her in any way. But this is the second time that she's done something, so I had to speak up on it because I'm like, two things. Okay, we get it. You're a Trump supporter, you're black, and you're female. Whoop de fucking do. Check for you. The problem with this is that you left off the big picture. His past has nothing to do with the fact that he was murdered. And that's the part that pisses me off. So that's why I'm making the video. I have no ill will towards Miss Candice Owens. I could care two shits about her, her channel, whatever. But when you talk illy about the dead, especially when you don't know the guy either, I didn't know him from Adam and Eve. I don't participate in any of these movements. Y'all know me. I put everything here. I don't lie about it. I have like maybe 2 or 3 more videos I'm going to make before the night's end and hope to post them all by tonight, and hopefully they won't get flagged. But the whole point of the matter is that Miss Owens said that he shouldn't be a martyr for the cause, for justice, because he was not a good person. And I'm reading this article and I'm thinking to myself, who the hell are you? How do you know he wasn't a good person? We all have done some stupid shit in life. We've all done sin to somebody, whether you want to admit it or not. We've all hurt somebody on some level or another. Willingly or unwillingly, we have all hurt somebody. You don't have to openly take the fact that you may have hurt somebody's feelings. You may not have meant to do it, but the fact that you did it is apparent. You did it. You hurt somebody's feelings. You may not have meant to do it. You may have said something that you didn't mean to hurt them by saying it, but you still said it. And once you say something, you can't unsay it. You can't take it back. It's been said, it's done. And no matter what you do, You can't undo something that flies out your mouth. You can't. You can't take it back. If you say you hate somebody, you said you hate them. You may admit that you strongly dislike them, and that's probably the words you were going to say, but hate was so much easier to say than the words, I strongly dislike this person. There's a lot of people I strongly dislike. Miss Owens is slowly climbing that ladder of who James strongly dislike. It has nothing to do with her being a Trump supporter. It has to do with her first being black and putting this situation into another CF as if it wasn't a big enough CF to begin with. Now we have this young lady who's talking about how this young man who was murdered, by the way, it doesn't matter what he did at the time. It doesn't matter what he did before his death. None of that matters. He can't pay for any sins now here. He can only pay for sins in the great beyond with the great spirit. And for those who are very spiritual or very religious, that's why I said that, because there are a lot of people who don't believe in God, and I got nothing against them, but that's just the way it is. I can't make you believe my beliefs, okay? But what I can do is call you out on some bullshit. That's right. That's the first curse word in this video today. I can call you out on some bullshit. If you have no heart to recognize that a man's life was taken, regardless of if he made a crime that day, or 10 years before that, or 20 years before that, the man's only 46. So it's not but so much crime that he could have actually made in his 46 years. And, you know, we don't know anything about this guy's past. We don't know if he's been to jail. We don't know what he's done. But Miss Owens, seems to know that he magically is not a good person and he shouldn't be a martyr to the cause. Okay? Maybe she's right. Maybe. But at the same point, you know, the dude was murdered. And I don't give a damn how bad you are, how bad you pretend to be to stay alive. No one deserves to have someone's knee on the back of their neck listening to you say, I can't breathe. So, Miss Owens, what would you do if it was one of yours? If it was one of your people, if it was one of your Trump supporters who had their knee or someone's knee on the back of their neck because they love Trump, and somebody who, like me, did not like Trump, did not vote for Trump, but I'm an officer of the law, and I'm against your Trump protests, and I body slam you on the ground and put my damn knee in your back, and I murder you. I take your life. Would you say the same thing about that person who's supporting a bigot and a racist outwardly? Rather, if you don't like Trump, y'all can just go ahead and leave my channel now, because it's only going to get worse from here. I don't hate the man. I didn't vote for him, but I hate his racist and bigot ways. And if you can support that, you need glasses and a hearing aid. And I will remain to my guns on that. I don't hate anybody who supports Trump. But I don't support Trump. I won't support Trump, and I could care two craps about him. But anytime you can sit there and tell an Asian reporter to go ask China simply because she's specifically Asian, and let's not forget my issue, because I'm part Cherokee, of what he done to the Sioux Indians in Standing Rock, day one in office one. You know, that's the main reason why I can't stand. I mean, and there's like the 1995 stuff about they don't like Indians to me. Congratulations, you'll never get my vote. But anyway, Miss Owens just all out decided that this man was not a good man. And that's where I want you guys to think about this shit. If I commit a crime 20 years ago, and I didn't get caught, I don't get busted, I'm never arrested, there's no record of me doing it, there's no video of me doing it, there's nothing of me doing it. But if you can dig up somebody who wants to say I'm that way, you will find that person. You will find that person, because I will tell you as a stated fact, I've been fighting since I was 6 years old. Someone's ass that I kicked is probably going to come back and say, yeah, James is that guy. James was that guy at 6 years old whose uncles made him tussle with us, who would beat us up. James is that guy at 7 years old who learned Kung Fu and made it a whole lot more difficult for us to beat him and easier for him to beat us. The last big fights I had involving martial arts was when I was 15. You may find one of those 4 guys that I fought that entire week that will tell you James did this to me, making James a very bad person. Make no mistake, since I've made Kung Fu Havoc 1 and 2, I have let you know I'm not the good guy here. I'm about as big as anti-hero as you can get, but I'm honest about it. I've done my sins. I'm not a hero. I'll play one on TV because that's what I strive to be. But if the only job I can get on TV is playing the villain because I haven't been discovered in the 19 years that I've been doing this, guess what? I will play that villain to the best of my damn ability, whether I want to or not, because that means I'm finally going to do what I love doing and I'm going to be happy. Because everyone deserves to be happy. But in no point in my lifetime do I think that taking a person who has been murdered to the point where Miss Candice Owens has done. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. Shame on you, Miss Owens. Be seeing y'all.